So, we're following the signs for New Year Field and River Almond High School. That should take us 5 minutes to get to River Almond. And then we'll follow along past that to the Lone Path, and we'll turn right down the Lone Path and go down the hill all the way right down to Almond Park by the River Almond, and we'll follow a bit of the Shale Trail. Have you heard of the Shale Trail? Yeah, I think you have. Anyway, we'll follow that along the River Almond and get to Mid Calder, Mid Calder, and we'll cross over the road and we'll follow the National Cycle Network route along the side of the River Almond down to Almondell Country Park, where we'll get ice lollies. Yeah. Let's go! What do you think of it so far?
I think personally that
what do you think of it so far?
Very good.
Very good.
This has actually been very good.
Good. Right.
A very good adventure.
Yes.
With historic
Have you noticed
features.
how so far we've been just coming downhill?
On the way back. Are we going backwards?
And the river flows that way, which is the way we're going. So it's going to flow downhill, and then we'll get to the Almondell Visitor Centre.
And come all the way back.
And then we've got to come back home.
Sounds fun. On the way up.
Do you want to go down and look at the rock ramp? The rock ramp down there. You know what a rock ramp is for? Nope. Let's go down and find out then. But what it's telling you is that there used to be a weir here. You see this little line across the river there? That was quite a steep weir, and that diverted water off to a paper mill that was all houses where the paper mill used to be. It was one of the oldest mills on the river. But the weir prevented fish from migrating upstream because it was too much for them to jump when the river's in flood. So the River Life project was creating this thing called a rock ramp. They've taken away the weir and they've created a much shallower gradient with pools in it, and they diverted the river on each side of this, while all of these stones are all concreted in to create natural like pools and places where fish like salmon and trout and eels can rest on their way upstream. So this is Craig's Hill Bypass, it's called. I think it's called the River Bypass. See this bit down here? And it was built to bypass the weir, which is along here. So instead of fish having to jump up all that height of the weir, they've built this sort of curved thing round so that they can swim straight up there. Cool.
already.
It's a bit steep. It's fun going down the other side. And there's another fish pass at the bottom. A new one, brand new. So this is the Mid Calder weir, and this concrete structure going up here is called a linear fish pass, and it's built to bypass the steepness of the weir over there. I don't think we're meant to be here, but so the fish swim in here, and they've got a gentle ramp up to the height of the top of the weir. Cool. I was nearly doing wheelies coming up there. I think they maybe heard you now. James, just make sure there's no one coming across the bridge before you cross it, because it's quite narrow. Thanks. And we're about to cycle underneath the Camps Viaduct up there, and then on the way back we're going to come across that.
Are we Almondell?
We're in Almondell now, yes.
I swear people that goes to Almondell. This is where I had Murphy's funeral. Not right here, but it's in Almondell. There's a little river.
Oh, right.
And we put off like biodegradable little hearts of seeds that go in the water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we put one of his favourite treats, and we lit it off little sparklers.
Or maybe we'll find the spot you did it. Was it near the visitor centre?
It was like, I don't know.
We'll find it.
Oh, so we're nearly halfway there now.
Oh yeah, we're nearly halfway there.
Oh yeah, this is Almondell now. We're not
You must be a nightmare in a car. You must sit in the back seat going, are we nearly there yet? We can go either way.
It's right in there. And it goes
Is that where Marlo likes to go? Right. Well, the cycle path officially goes this way, but what we've got to be very careful of here is the metal edges. You can very easily slide off. You're best to walk here, and the other side is very narrow. Oh no, we'll just go this road.
This is where I walk. Sometimes I get nervous.
Haha. Marlowe used to come, no, Murphy used to come here for a, was it a doodle thing?
A doodle walk, called a doodle.
Uh-huh.
There was one called Doodle.
A doodle called Noodle.
Yeah. Marlowe loves running up these walls here.
Uh-huh.
And good at that, it's actually fun going up.
Thanks, boys. Thanks. Is it down there? Uh-huh. I like coming here on my bike, it's just a nice distance. Uh-huh. There we go, there's the bike hoops. It's called the Kirkhill Pillar, and it's the centre of the universe. Or at least it represents the centre of the universe. And there's a very interesting information board round the other side. Right, well we've come on a ride through Almondell Country Park and coming down by the river. This is a wee place that's got special significance, particularly to Isla, but both to Isla and to James. They used to have a Labradoodle whose name was Murphy. And we're going to ask Isla to tell us a wee bit about why this particular place is so special. So what's special about this place, Isla? I think it's a wee bit of a sad memory, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah. So well, we had almost like, it was like a memorial thing, would you say? What would you call that? Like, it wasn't really a funeral. No. But for Murphy, we put some like love hearts that were biodegradable paper with little seeds in them. And we put them off in the sea, and they can grow flowers when the like paper like disintegrates. So yes, I can't really remember anything else.
So this was after Murphy died.
Yeah. Because we did it here because he really likes coming walks. Well, he did really like coming walks.
There was a sort of big Labradoodle met up here every sort of week, I think it was.
Yeah, that was.
And he used to really enjoy running with all his other pals.
Yeah, that was called the Doodle Walk, and there was a doodle called Noodle, and he was part of it, and they were like all doodles going walks. It was very, very funny.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay. And so what happened after Murphy went?
Well, I was very sad, but
very lonely.
I was very lonely. So it was like a year after we got 2 guinea pigs. Although it just didn't really feel the same. So now we have another Labradoodle called Marlowe, and he's very the opposite of Murphy. Let's just say Murphy was very calm. He's the opposite of that.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice.
Yes.
Thanks for telling us all about Murphy.
Yes.
and where we floated some flower seeds in the water
We did other things.
in memory of them.
Oh, we put sparklers. We had like little sparklers.
sparklers
that
in the
float,
water.
Like, messages and so they float up.
Nice.
I just can't remember, but that is some of the things we did. So yes, that's why it's supposed to. I'll be back. That looks cool.
It does look good. It sounds cold actually. Right, it's uphill now. You might want to change gear to a lower one. You sorted, Jim Bob? So he is. Found low gear. No, he's away for the king of the mountains.
See when it gets to hills.
Aye, I know. I've noticed that before.
I didn't do the fastest, but when it gets to the hills, my legs are coming through.
When I was your age, in my teens, nobody beat me to the top of the hill. Right, we better wait here for the lad. Huh? You alright?
Yeah.
Seem to remember you did that the last time we were all out for a ride.
What?
You spent all the time, 100 metres behind everybody else. And then in that last hill up home, you were off like a shot. So we are going to follow the line of an old railway line, and right now we are crossing the bridge over the old railway line. So we go round the path round the corner here. Right. Thanks. See lots of doggies, eh? I'm going to stop somewhere along here, have a wee look. So we came along the path down there, under the viaduct, and down there, and over the wee metal bridge that carries the canal feeder, and back round. This bridge was a railway bridge.
So the trains went over there?
There were trains went from, there was a main line went along through Kirknewton, and there was another main line along where the railway is that goes up through Livingston North and Uphall stations, and in between up here in Pumferston there was a huge oil works, and all the trains would bring shale to the oil works to be refined into oil, and the trains were coming over here. This was a really busy line with shale trains, and people who worked in the oil works who lived in East Calder over there used to walk to and from work along the side of the tracks over this viaduct at all hours of the day and night, and sometimes they were the worse for a wee bit of too much bevy. And back in those days, this railing wasn't here. The edge of the viaduct was that stone wall. Can you imagine walking over here in the dark with no lights, a little bit tipsy, trying not to fall over? I think,
being drunk and walking.
yeah, I think history records at least one person having fallen off here and not survived.
I don't think he would survive.
No. It's a long way down, eh? You'd probably fall off. Sometimes you can ring a bell too much and it sounds aggressive though. Oh, there's more cyclists coming down. Keep to the left. Aye, up. Straight on. There he goes again. I wondered when you'd get too hot. All of this hill up here was a Pumperston Bing. Much higher than it is now. Aye up.
Hiya.
All this used to be a brickworks. You can still see marks in the ground. Used to be buildings here. I've got old photos that I took here.
Okay, come on. Maybe it's a time.
Yeah.
Before I have a heart attack and die.
Hmm? Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay behind you. We'll just keep following this path all the way. They shouldn't bother you because they're up there. That's the play park basically. There's a lot of waste ground around here and old bings, and that's where they go on the bikes. They don't really go in the path that much, so you're okay. Right, keep in to the left and just stop. Alright, that's fine, that was the only one. We'll go round to the right here, James. That's the railway there. So we're now on the railway path. It's good for bike control practice. We've ridden 15 kilometres.
How many miles?
That's just short of 10 miles. So we've got about a kilometre or so to go. Well, maybe a wee bit more than that. No. These are really difficult, yeah, and somebody's bent one of them over. You enjoyed your ride?
Yeah.
Good.
About 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, you got a bit traumatised there, eh?
I loved my ride.
Good.
I'm scared of these two though. I'm scared of needles.
Sometimes you just got to face up to your fears and get over them.
Especially just old teenagers on bikes.
But some of them can be dangerous. You just got to watch it.
Some people just go fly and
I know.
they don't hear who's in the road. You see how we've got the waterworks road behind us.
I know, yeah.
We always get waterworks going there. Like it's very cold. Look at that car, guys.